Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do my makeup using some of my favorite K-beauty products. I have a mixture of K-beauty and also Western beauty in my collection, and I feel like Korean makeup is especially good for when I feel like I have kind of lost myself in Western makeup, meaning I have really gotten into blush blindness, and I feel like Korean makeup products, they tend to kind of reset my skills in terms of not being as heavy. These products typically are softer in shades and also in textures. They're not as shimmery, and I guess it just helps me to go a little bit less intense on my face. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Base makeup wise, I would want to recommend to you the Heimish Artless Perfect Cushion, I think it's what it's called. I will link a video above here for you. It's an entire full-on in-depth review that I did, I think 1 year ago, 2 years ago, I don't even know. So if you want to have a lot of information about that, please check the video out. I don't have it with me today, but I wanted to just recommend it to you. If you're looking for a new cushion, and I really enjoy it, but I'm just not using it today, the Heimish cushion is a really good one to look out for. I don't have like an actual full face of K-beauty that I could show you, which is why I'm going to do some of the steps like I always do. Like I'm using my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, I will be using my RM Beauty bronzer, so a few steps are not different. So I will just speed through these so we can talk about the actual K-beauty products that I have to show you. My concealer, powder, and bronzer steps are done, so now we can jump into blush. Oh well, for blushes I have a lot of favorites, to be honest. One honorable mention I feel like are the Romand Better Than Cheek blushes. This is Nutty Nude, which is very light, but it actually shows up on my skin somehow. I guess I'm so pale that even this face powder-esque type of blush is visible on my cheeks. This is Blueberry Chip, and Romand has a good selection of colors. They are known to be very blurry, and that is one thing that you'll find with a lot of K-beauty powder blushes. They are a very blurry kind of blush that gives you just that beautiful petal-like kind of finish. It's really good for people who maybe have larger pores and you want to hide that, because as beautiful as a shimmer blush is, if you have a lot of texture or bigger pores and you don't like to emphasize that, using a shimmer blush all over can be a little bit much. Another blush that I really enjoy is the 3CE Mood Recipe Face Blush. This is in the shade Nude Peach. I feel like it's a color and generally a blush that if you have been interested in K-beauty for a longer time, you would probably have seen this mentioned by a lot of people. It's a very light peach color. It's very pretty, very natural on the cheeks, so this is great for every day. It's perfect for daily makeup. I feel like it's a very like lukewarm kind of pink peach. It's a peach that I feel like flatters most undertones, so even if you're cool toned, don't shy away from this color if you want to try a peachy blush. Now my most recent favorite, there's just something about this that makes me so happy just looking at it, and it's the Dasique Mood Blending Cheek in the shade Candy Berry. Look at these shades, they are so pretty. They look so light on camera, trust me, in real life they're not as light. I have a ring light here, I have two huge windows in front of me, so everything gets washed out a little bit in my videos, but I will try to add some other shots into this video so you can get a better idea of how these look. This is such a beautiful quad, and I love the undertones of the pinks. They're not the typical, stereotypical cool toned pink that you see all the time. These quads are great because obviously you get 4 shades. They are different in depth and brightness. They all kind of belong to the same color family, so they all go very well together. And Dasique has a bunch of these quads, so you will probably find something that makes you happy, I guess. They have one that's very muted, perfect for the fall time. One thing I've also learned with these blushes is that I can't really use my regular blush brush which looks like this, like typical like dome shaped kind of bigger brush. I can't really use this with these blushes because they are way lighter in color than Western blushes, and I feel like they have to be packed on a little bit more. So the brush that I like to use with these formulas is a small brush like this one. This one is from Fillimilli and it is the 885, which is literally the best brush ever. I've had this now for 2 years. I got it when I was in Seoul 2 years ago. And I was not expecting too much of it because it was like $7, I believe. So soft. It is still in such good shape, even though I have washed it so many times throughout the last 2 years. And it's just perfect if you really want to concentrate your blush in just one spot. And what this is also great for is highlighting. This is probably the best highlighting brush as well. It really just... I usually start with these blushes by taking the lightest shade and then I add like the deepest color to do like just like more of an intense look. So we're just gonna do that. I will be mixing the first 2 colors together on the brush and just go to town. Sometimes I just get really like heavy-handed with my blushes, and I feel like these types of formulas, they are almost impossible to overdo because A, they're very light in color, and B, they just aren't shimmery, they're very soft. And if you are a chronic over applier like I am, these blushes can really make your life so much easier. They just blend over the skin very nicely. Even if you didn't set the cheeks, it will still look pretty. I'm applying a little bit on my nose as well to tie everything together. Now I'm taking the deepest color and just adding a little bit more. This is how much I would apply. I hope it's showing up on camera because these shades are just a lot softer than my other Western blushes. And another thing that I like about this palette is that if I applied a little bit too much from this deep color and it just gets a little bit too intense, I can just use one of these lighter shades and kind of diffuse the color again. It's a really great quad. I really enjoy this. Highlighter wise, I feel like I've only ever tried one K-Beauty highlighter. I don't think I've ever tried a powder K-Beauty highlighter, but I'm eyeing one actually. But until then, I have a cream highlighter that I really enjoy. I'm not going to use it on my cheeks because I have a lot of powder there and I feel like it would lift it, but I will be applying this on my nose and Cupid's bow, and it is the Hints True Dimension Radiance Balm. I have the shade Light, and it is just a very pretty kind of glass skin sheer type of product that gives you glass skin. Like if you're using a cream blush and you want to amplify the glow, you can apply this on the top of the cheekbone and it really gives you that glass skin effect without the rest of the face being too sticky and glowy as well. It's also very melty and obviously it doesn't dry down. So if you are someone who's concerned about your hair sticking to it, your hair will definitely stick to it. Which is why I always enjoyed using this more in the colder months, or let's say just not use it in super humid, hot summer days, which is kind of funny that today is exactly one of those days, but I'm just saying, like, you can still obviously use it, but just proceed with caution, I guess. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I hope that's okay. And for my cheeks, because I do want to add a highlighter, like a powder one, I'm just gonna use my REM Beauty highlighter. Just a little bit of Miss Mercury on top. Because I've noticed, like, I don't like a completely matte cheek. Like, I love the finish that these blushes give, like, towards the center of my face, but I still need my glow on the top of the cheekbone. I feel like it just ties everything together, and without it, it just seems so empty. I curled my lashes so we can jump into the eyeshadow part. So one of my recent favorites is the Romance Bare Layer palette in Apricot Nude. I had gotten the Strawberry Mood palette 2 years ago, and that one is very pretty. It's very light pink. But I've always eyed this palette because it's more of a warm tone, but not like super peachy. It's like, I don't know, it's like a very milky coral kind of palette, and I always wanted to try it. These have been on kind of like clearance on YesStyle for a while, and my boyfriend was not able to find this for me in Seoul this year at Olive Young. He went to so many stores and he was not able to find it anywhere. So I ended up purchasing it on YesStyle. So I'm just assuming that it's going to be discontinued, which is a shame because for people who are very light skinned, they love a very natural kind of look. This palette is really cute. So this is one of the palettes that I really enjoy. And if I was going to go for something pinky yet also brown, I really enjoy this one from Roman as well. It's the Better Than palette in Peony Nude Garden. Look at this, it's so pretty. Like if you are a summer cool person and you like very soft makeup looks, this is such a beautiful palette. It literally gives me like 3 different vibes. It gives me a pink vibe, gives me a taupey brown vibe, or just like a cool brown vibe, and it also gives me mauve, so I can really do a lot with this palette. And I'm very indecisive as to what to use. I think I'll just use both palettes today. So I will start with the Bare Apricot, and I'm going to take the lightest matte shade and just apply that all over my eyelid. The name Bare Layer comes from the fact that this is a very soft palette. This is not for intense makeup type of makeup lovers. You will be disappointed if you get this because it is very soft. For me, however, or for anyone who just enjoys a more soft application and a very minimal kind of look, it's perfect. So I really enjoy it for my natural makeup days. And I also have to admit, one thing I've noticed definitely is that these types of shades are probably not the best like camera kind of colors because they don't show up intensely, or better saying, these are probably not the best products for like photography. Day to day, grabbing a coffee, going on a date, I feel like these shades and formulas are very elegant and very soft and beautiful. But if you're going to take like pictures and you're trying to go for a more like, I need a professional kind of makeup look, I feel like you would have to build these up more and just add a lot more depth because they are pretty light. Because there really is a difference between having makeup on camera and the same makeup in real life. So something can look very pretty on camera, but if you would see that in real life, like foundation and primer and powder and bronze, like all of that many layers can really look intense in real life. And I feel like if you wanna not look like that, these types of formulas are gonna help you to look not crazy, I guess. Now for my crease, my outer corner, just a little bit of a brown kind of shadow. I could go in with these, but I think I wanna go in with the Roman palette actually. So I'm starting with the middle shade and then I'll add the second one as well. And I'm just adding that into my outer corner like that. But I like to just layer these because I feel like it just makes them a little bit more seamless. Even though these shadows are really forgiving, they're very smooth to the touch. I feel like they're really good for people who have maybe a little bit more of like some fine lines. They're like the blushes, very blurring and just a beautiful matte finish. These shimmers in this palette are just a little bit too cool tone, so I will go back into the Bare Layer palette. And I'm first gonna take the shimmer shade right at the top and use that for my inner corner. It's really intense. It's so pretty. Onto the center of my eyelid, I will be applying this soft glitter. It's not a chunky glitter, it's a very natural glitter. Your eyes will just sparkle very nicely. Next, I'm going to do my eyeliner. I really enjoy the Clio So Sharp Simple Something eyeliner. I don't have it with me, so I'm just using my Maybelline liner, but that one is really great if you like a very detailed little liner, you want a really tight line. That is my eyeliner pick. I just don't have that with me. Now I'm going to set the eyeliner, smoke it out lightly with this dark shade. everything eyeshadow related is done, which means we can move on to mascara, and I'll Fix Mascara by Romand. As you can tell, I like Romand a lot, and I can already spoiler that the lip is also going to be part Romand. It's just one of my favorite K-beauty brands. I really enjoy their brand identity. I have the shade Long Ash here with me. They have a volumizing version that only comes in black, if I'm not mistaken, and they have the long version in 3 colors, in black, in hazel, and in ash, and I have ash here with me. I have used the black one in the past, and it's just regular black, and this is just a little bit softer if you just want to define the eye a little bit but not too much. This is a very nice soft taupey brown, so we're going to be using this one today. If you have very straight eyelashes that just droop, this mascara will not fail you. I feel like it enhances my eyelashes very nicely. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't crumble, it stays on the entire day. My lashes, they stay curled until I remove it, and I can get this off without any issue by just using a waterproof makeup remover. Past months, if I was going to use a pencil, it is the one from Peripera actually. The Speedy Skinny Brow. That is a very small little brow pencil. Has a spoolie on one side, the pencil on the other. I like the formula because it is not overly pigmented, it's not overly creamy. I've used a Catrice brow pencil many years ago, and it was too creamy, and you would run through that way too fast. Like, it was so creamy, just touching it to the skin, you had basically half of the pencil. It was gone. And I like that this formula is just, it's buildable, it's not intense right off the bat, so you don't overdo it. I haven't tried many K-beauty brow gels. I have only tried one, and that was the Brow Fixer from Romand. I like a Stronghold brow gel, and the Romand one gives you a very like soft, natural type of hold. I did enjoy the little brush actually. Like, after using that brow gel for a while, I really got used to that tiny little brush, so I did enjoy that about it. But it was just a more natural hold, so it's not an holy grail. If I had to pick, I would probably just stick to this. So no brow gel to mention here, so I'll be just sticking to what I know. If you're someone who just really wants to comb them into the natural direction, then I think the Romand Brow Fixer would actually work for you. Now lastly, for the lips, I know that K-beauty is known for their lip tints. I'm not the biggest lip tint girl anymore. I prefer like lip liner, a gloss. I prefer a more Western style type of lip makeup. I only have like one lip liner because usually their lip liners are very close to your natural lip shade. The complete opposite to Western lip makeup, I feel. But one lip liner that I did enjoy, and it's almost empty, is from Cologram, and this is in the shade 02 Cool Pink. It comes with 2 sides, so it's pretty convenient for those who like to do a contoured lip effect. You have like a taupey color on one side that you could use to add shadows into your philtrum or the lip corners, and then on the other side you have the actual lip liner, which doesn't twist up more than this because this is all I have left, and it's a more chubby kind of lip liner. I've gotten used to using shades that are significantly darker than my lip liner. I haven't been into this lip liner too much. I do really like it for a very natural kind of lip makeup, like something that looks like I didn't really apply a lip liner. Like, it's not obvious once I applied the actual lip product on top. I prefer a gloss, and Romand has done it with the colored lasting lip gloss. I have 2 shades. This is in the shade Peony Ballet, and I also have Nutty Vague, which is more beige. These are not too intensely pigmented. They are see-through. They don't have a white base to it, so I feel like these work for a lot of people. Even if you have a deeper skin tone, it's not gonna wash you out. On this side we have Nutty Vague, and here we have Peony Ballet. As you can see, the shades are very flattering. They have that soft, translucent kind of look to them. They smell like apple candy, I would say. Like, it smells fruity and sweet. It's very pleasant. I really like the scent. And I feel like for today, since we have a lot of warm pinks, I should go with Peony Ballet, right? And I guess I'll use Nutty Vague in another video. Peony Ballet is the one for today. That rhymed, and it was not on purpose. The comparison of lip and hand. And that, you guys, finishes my makeup for today using some of my favorite K-beauty products. I love the packaging. This is makeup that really makes me happy when I use it because it looks just so cute. I hope that you had fun hanging out with me, that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up. That means so much to me. And I hope to see you in my next video. And until then, please take care. Bye.